Whoa, it's a little hot. Mic's over here. What's up, everyone? What's up, Instagrammers? Put this lens on. See a little bit better. Is that in the shot, by the way, speaking of? Okay, move this over a bit. Welcome to a Sunday afternoon unscheduled program, everyone. Just, I need to tie some bugs up for my upcoming trip. So I decided to go live to just, you know, chat with you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Sweet sounds of the hook instrument. So, what's up, everyone? Sunday is a slow day. Looks like there's only 6 people in here, but hey, got a little handful on Instagram, so whatever. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot. This is, like I said, an unscheduled thing. I was just going to tie some personally, but decided to go live with it just for the hell of it. What's up, Lucas? What's up, Hayden? This week I'm probably going, probably not gonna go fishing this weekend. I have several trips coming up. Next week on the 4th, I'm going to be at Spruce Creek for 4 days. And then I am going to come back for not even 24 hours, and I'm leaving straight to that night. I'm leaving straight to Georgia for 3 days, and then I come back for a week and leaving out west for Utah, Idaho, and Montana for 14 days. So I think I'm going to just chill out, at least for this weekend. I don't know. I might try to get out. Might try to get out this week, like before I get to Spruce Creek. But 4 days at Spruce Creek is going to wear me out. K20 Utah. Hey, and you're in Utah, you know everything about church. That's for sure. Let's see. Is I see Tarlecki up in here? Yeah. No, I'm staying over at Spruce Creek, Nick. So no. I'm not going to be fishing anywhere else besides there. What's up, Cam? I am tying up some more of these right here. You have a picture of it, which is a salmon fly, except this is a size 4 nymph hook, and I decided to go with this, which is a big difference. This is actually a Temco size 4, but it's a 4X long. Much bigger, and I might tie some of these in these mustads, these number 2s as well. I don't think that is big enough, but this Temco is a lot bigger, 4X. So anyway, let me go get some of my glue. I forgot my glue. It's right here. Excuse me. And I also forgot my wire. Okay. So I did tie these, this reel over here. I did tie these the other day. It's my first time tying them. Well, that's funny that you're saying that, because that's exactly what I'm doing. Well, let me first put the tungsten bead head. Somebody just mentioned that they're going to fish the salmon fly hatch, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Lucas, to tell you the truth, I can't really give you tips because I've never fished the salmon fly hatch. Although fishing any hatch is going to be the same. You're just praying that you're going to get there when it's actually hatching, and just tie bugs that fit the size of that hatch, which is exactly what I'm doing. I am tying. If you go online, you could see plenty of pictures of salmon fly. You could kind of guesstimate how big they are when they're on their hand, and some of these bugs are like the size of somebody's finger. So you got to estimate that, I mean, that's got to be anywhere from, well, not the entire finger, but like segments, that some of these nymphs and dries are like 2 inches long. So, like this mustad number 2 is a 2-inch long hook. This number 2 right here, this is also a Timco hook. And this is also 2 inches long. This is a 4X long, but that's what 2 inches is about. Here I have a size 4 mustad, which is about 1.5 inches. So what I'm going to do is I tied some of these, which is a size 4 nymph hook. It is not that big. As you can see, it's about like maybe 1 inch. Actually, you know what? I could show you right here. It is a little over 1 inch from the bend of the hook is about 1.25 inches almost to the eye hole, but you're talking about this sucker right here is over 1.5 inches from eye hole to bend of the hook. But you look at these right here, these number 2s, and this is like, 2 inches, a little over 2 inches from eye hole to bend, just a little over 2 inches, and that's a number 2 mustad. But I usually use these for streamers, but when I looked at some of these photos of the bugs, they're huge, man. Like, you're talking about 2 inches. So I'm going to use these for the nymphs. I'm going to try a couple different variations. What I might do is I might do this ice dub chenille first to get a little bit of width in my abdomen. And then I might put on the variegated chenille after that. And kind of just do like loose wraps, cross wraps. So then that way, just get a little bit more width in my abdomen area. I did double up on this one. This is a doubled up variegated chenille, and it's still pretty small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this ice dub chenille and then wrap it with the variegated chenille to also kind of make segments out of it a little bit, but mostly because of the, you know what, I still have some, mostly just to get some width out of it. The variegated chenille that I have is pretty thin, so hold on. So a couple wire pieces over here that I could use. Just give me a second. I have some extra wire pieces, so I don't even have to cut any. This is a really long piece right here. Matter of fact, I think I could just use this. Okay, I have some questions here. Hold on. Trout bum messed up this past weekend. All right. Didn't take into consideration of the rain. Yeah. Actually, the rain, you wanted to probably have some blue wing olives. And what are you going to tie? Any salmon fly dries? I did tie a salmon fly dry. This is my salmon fly dry that I have. I will tie those probably in a little bit. I do have one. I tried a new pattern here where I have this green in the middle, just so that it has like a little bit more color to it. This is the first original that I tied was 2 tans and a black. And this is a big hook. This is also this Temco And I'm gonna make those in a bigger hook too. To answer your question, Jared, I am tying some salmon flies. Oh yeah, Evan, thank you. So first I'm gonna start off by putting the weight. I'm using a tungsten bead head. I am probably gonna tie some without any bead heads too, just to get a little different. So that when I cast, I'm gonna probably do a dry dropper. I'll probably put this with just a non-weighted one, just so that when it lands in the water, it doesn't sink right away. Maybe they're going to be looking up anyway because of the fact that these big bugs are going to be on the water. So I'm kind of wanting to give them some options. Good Lord, this was weird, tying like nymph style to such a big hook. Just tore that off. 6, 7, 8. I could have made this much bigger. I should have used that other piece. 10. Okay. Forgot my Zap It, of course. Yeah, I could have made that way bigger. You know what? Maybe I'll just add some of this piece as well, just to get more weight on it. I got another piece. Right here. Putting some more wire on there. Like I said, I'm just trying to get some more weight on it to get it down there. This is just non-lead wire. And I'm probably going to be generous with this and make about 20 wraps at least. Could do way more than that. Maybe I'll go with like 25, 30, just because it's such a big hook. Another great thing that you could use, by the way, so once you just get this to a point where you like it, you could just helicopter it off. There you go. Smash those two together. Another thing that I like to use is this thing called Henry's Sink. All right, later, Nick. Yeah, I like to use foam, Lucas, just because it's just more, it's more durable. You don't have to mess with it as much, especially on faster water. Stuff tends to sink. So I just put on a little bit of Zap It, by the way, and looks like it didn't reach this. What's up, Sippin' Pies? Living outdoors, this is a Regal Revolution. Just put some more of that Zap It on there. The second part looks like it didn't even get on that. What rod? You mean what rods? Dave, I have a Tenkara, I have a Sage 1, a Sage X, a Winston B3X, I have a Scott G2, I have an Orvis Clearwater, and I have Orvis Helios 2, and an Orvis Recon. All my Douglas rods are over there. So I should put those in the back, actually, right here. Yeah, I got the Douglas Sky, Douglas DXF, Douglas Upstream over on that wall, because I use those. Those I don't even use. Those are just collecting dust. Expensive dust collectors is what they are. So let that dry a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is tie on the antenna. I could have maybe fed that through the, I might try that next time to feed the antenna through the bead. Might give that a whirl. So what I'm going to do is just loop it over like this. Put it about in the middle like that. So you kind of want to loop it so it's a loop, kind of like a ribbon. Just loop it, just fold it over once, basically, is what you're going to do. So let me just tie on some thread here. Okay. Scissors. Okay. Now I'm going to go back across and loose wraps on that. Now I'm going to bring the thread back up to the bring it back up to the bead head. Now I'm going to just fold this over right in half and about put it at the halfway point. Then just secure this down here. Make sure you keep this on the top so that now, and then just follow it all the way back, keeping the rubber legs on top of the hook. A good thing that you could do is kind of bring the rubber legs a little bit towards your side of the hook, because when you wrap, it's going to tend to push the wraps to the other side. So I like to kind of bring them a little bit towards me. Okay, now bring it forward to about the end of your hook. Now I'm going to try this. I've never tried this before, so bear with me if it doesn't work. I'm going to take a nice little piece, I don't know, a couple inches of this, I'd say maybe about 5 or so inches of this ice dub chenille, and I'm going to take about the same in the variegated. Okay. Now I'm just going to go ahead and tie both of these together. Take off a little bit of the ends off there. Secure those. I'm going to go back with it to about the bend of the hook. I'm just going to go forward, get it nice and secure on there till about where you're a little bit beyond midpoint. So I'm going to, this is the thing about counter wrapping. Now I'm going to take this first ice dub, and I'm going to wrap, bring it towards me and wrap this way. I'm going to make these tight. All right, this is annoying. Let me put, you know what? Here's what I'll do. Good thing about this Regal Revolution, it has these springs on it, so you could like kind of trap that out of the way. It's really good for streamers. That's why I got the Regal Revolution. So I'm just gonna wrap these like this towards me. Okay. Out to here, that's good. Secure that bad boy. So I'm gonna take a couple wraps behind it, in front of it, and then back behind it, and just snip that. Now, since I did it, the ice dubbing this way towards me, I'm gonna counter that this way. So, and I'm gonna be loose with these just so that there's a little bit of more of the black color, and to kind of get a segmentation going on with it. It's very subtle, but It's little is better than nothing. All right, now just snip the excess off. I'm just going to go ahead and get a couple more wraps in there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is use this Estaz Opal but before I do that, I almost forgot. I'm going to take some pheasant tail. Now I'm going to need a nice little clump of pheasant tail. I'd say about 20 or so fibers. Okay, this is going to be my wing casing. You could use whatever, mallard, whatever you want. Trash can over here. Mallard works good. I'm just using this pheasant tail. Okay. Now I'm going to secure my pheasant tail down here. Okay, and I'm using an orange thread because I'm going to use a hot head with this orange. The adult salmon flies have an orange collar if you look at it. The nymphs don't, but I just like a hot head. There's a reason why the Frenchie and the waltz worm work really well, so I'm just going to go with that. Now, taking this Estaz Opal. Do I have a little piece of that somewhere? Oh, I do. Okay, good. So I don't have to cut anymore. Always save some of your scraps. So you could probably use those for another fly. I always save my scraps. I have a whole drawer of scraps. Eventually, I'm going to tie some junk flies with those. See what rivers while you're fishing in Montana. In Montana, I'm just gonna be on the Madison. Primarily, I'm going to the Henry's Fork. And what's going on? Sipping on flies, I'm doing a salmon fly, by the way. Once again, I'm tearing some of these fibers off. It doesn't really matter. If you want, you can just flatten it out in there. Okay, now bring the thread all the way forward to the bead head. Tie this all the way to the front. And once again, secure by tying a couple wraps behind it and a couple in front. Then I always go one more or so back behind it and snip. And then just give a couple wraps here. Okay. Now I'm bringing up. God, man, Jesus. I knew I forgot something. Not a problem. I'll just go back and add these. I'm just going to loose in there. Bringing my bringing it back, I'm going to cut these in half, the rubber legs. I forgot to add the legs. Actually, it won't be bad to bring that through there because it'll kind of give a little bit of segmentation, not a big deal. Now, I'm going to V-tie these on there. So I'm going to put this about, obviously, where the legs should be. And I'm just going to V-tie them in here, right in the middle, or actually a little bit past the middle mark. And then once I V-tie them, I'm going to separate them a little bit by tying a couple wraps in between the two, just to get a little separation. Peacock curl scuds. No, I have not tried peacock curl scuds. But I would assume that I like peacock curl, so it's got a nice iridescent look to it, which I believe mimics stuff in the wild very well. Just because if you notice, like bugs or fish, they got a very nice iridescent look to them. This is annoying. Grab a hold of this side. Just trying to separate these legs a little bit. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna do the same thing. Just do a loose wrap forward to the head again. Okay, there we go. Got those legs in there. Now I'm gonna make a pretty decent amount of wraps behind the bead head, just to get a nice little hot head going. Okay. Now, bring this forward here. Bring your pheasant tail forward, right over there to make a wing casing. It also makes a good segmentation for the fly, and I'm just putting this right over the top there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good 5 wraps or so is good, I think. Secure it nice and tight and snip off the excess fibers close. Just fiber. All right. Now, just do a 5 or so turn. What's up? 403. And just do a 5 or so whip finish right here. All right. Cut it close. Now, I like to use a hydro, and I'm just gonna hit this on the bottom here where I did the whip finish. But I'm also gonna hit it at the top, so I mean you don't really have to hit it at the top or bottom. I just like to get a nice little good thing of glue right there, so all right. Now I'm gonna make a nice wing case bubble. Bring that forward. Now for the top, I like to use this thick. This is the Loon Outdoors UV thick, and this is actually Clear Cure Goo Hydro, which is kind of like, it's more watery based. The thick is good for making bubbles and stuff, just so you get a nice little good clump of it. Now, I also would wish I had a dropper instead of this there we go. That's actually pretty decent. Let me spread that a little bit. That's good for now. Just hit that. I also like using the bodkin to spread it a little bit. Feathers last pretty long if you keep them in good condition, as long as you're not like critters don't get in there, you should be good to go. I've had some of these feathers for years, and I know, like, you know, other tires that have been doing it much longer, had it for way longer than that. As long as you store them in a nice dry place, you know, you're good to go. Don't let critters get in there. There you go. Boom. Now all you do is just, I'm going to even out these tails a bit. I'm also going to cut this loop that I had right in the middle. Boom. And there it is. Ta-da! I'm also going to cut these legs a bit. There you go. That's a big, chunky fly. Uh-oh, my son is trying to get in here, of course. There you go. You can see it right there. But I'll take a better picture of it. You can see a picture of it from the other video I did the other night. But hold on for a second. My son's trying to get in here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to end this right now and make this my video. I'm going to come right back. So just come back with when I start this new video.